if that data is represented in group frequency distribution. Okay, so how the graph will look like, or how the bar will look like. Now we will learn how to represent this group data on a graph. Okay, let's consider the group frequency distribution of the marks obtained by 60 students in a mathematics test. Okay, this is a group frequency distribution table. This is the class interval and this is the frequency, that means number of students in this range, that in this class or in this range, that how many students fall. Okay, 0 to 10, that means 2 students have got in between 0 to 10, like this way. We have learned it already. Now we have to represent this on a graph paper. Okay, so we will take this 2 axis, this x axis, we will take that marks obtained by the students or class interval. This along this x axis we will take marks obtained by the students or class interval, and this along y axis we will take the variable. What is the variable? This is fixed, this class is fixed, this number of students or frequency is changing. So along y axis we will take that variables which is changing. So we will take frequency along y axis, or you can say that number of students. Okay, now the same way that we have done bar graph, so we have to divide this range in this class. So see, this is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. So that range is between 0 to 60. This you have to divide it in equal weight. Okay, so that each will represent as a class. This along y axis, same way we will divide it in equal parts. So I will take one unit as 2 marks or 2 students. So this is 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22. Okay, so you have to keep it in mind your highest frequency. It is 21, so I have taken it up to 22. Now 0 to 10 there is 2 students. So that means 0 to 10, this is class, that class interval is this. So I'll take. So how many students? 2 students. And between 10 to 20 it is 10 students. Now this is 10. 20 to 30 is 21 students.